Here's how I automate the 5 separate sections of the coaching part of my business. And those sections are growth, funnel, onboarding, program material, and offboarding. Number 1 is growth. Right now, I still automate how people find me without using any paid advertising. Obviously, YouTube is still one of the few things that I do within my business, but what I love about YouTube is that after I post the videos, they continue to work for me while I sleep. And I actually talk about that a lot in this video here, how YouTube allowed me to step away from my business for 2 years. In fact, in the last 7 days, I've had 400 hours of watch time. 400 divided by 7 is 57 hours. So in one 24-hour day, my videos are being watched for 57 hours. On average, my videos are being watched every second of every day in multiple places. When I taught high school, I had 5 classes that were basically all identical. And if it was a long lecture day, I was giving the same exact lecture 5 times basically in a row, and that was year after year. The inefficiency just kills me. Anyway, it just blows my mind how YouTube really is a modern day miracle that someone can search for a question that I've answered years ago. They can continue to consume my content, and I just have to make that content one time. Other ways that I automate my growth, my email list is completely automated. And I have 5 different opt-ins that people can join my email list, something for everyone. When they join my email list, they are automatically tagged by the method that they chose to join. So for example, I, of course, do one-to-one financial coaching for people who want to get out of debt. That audience is very different from my other audience of people wanting to become a financial coach. So if I want to send a very targeted email to either audience, it's already automated. I just click the group that I want to send it to and it sorts everything out for me. I also schedule and automate all of my social media posts. I schedule everything here on YouTube. If you've ever seen a post from me, I batch about a month's worth of content at a time. And it takes me an hour to post all of those and schedule them out on YouTube. I also batch and schedule YouTube shorts when I'm doing those. So they drip out every day and I'm not the one posting it. And I've talked about some of this in this video here too, but I use Later, an online free software, to basically post to my Instagram page, my Facebook page, LinkedIn, and I can, if I'm on top of things, I can schedule out about a month's worth of content and do that in one sitting as well. So that's how I automate the growth part of the business, how someone finds me. The very next step after that is automating the funnel. So what happens when someone contacts me or when they enter the funnel? I've already talked about how I automate the email list and tags and things like that, but I also automate my email sequences. And this is a very important automation to have, the email sequence, because this is a personal conversation that I can have with someone when they opt in for a download or a webinar that I offer, like this one. Did you know that my one-to-one clients pay off an average of $10,000 while working with me? Do you want to become a financial coach to help your clients do the same? Here's the 3 big things I see holding coaches back. You don't know how to charge for financial coaching, imposter syndrome, not knowing your ideal client. This is why I created my free 60-minute pricing workshop that you can watch right now. In this pricing workshop, you'll learn the mindset that you need in order to sell confidently and with kindness, how to price your services so that you can work with dream clients, how to come alongside your prospective clients with empathy to empower them to make the best decision for themselves, and my number 1 way to overcome imposter syndrome when pricing your services. Don't let imposter syndrome win. You can overcome it to become an amazing financial coach. Click the link below to watch my free 60-minute pricing workshop now. Also within my program, Become a Coach, I give you the email sequence script that you need and all of the important parts that you need to hit and why. Within the email sequence, I tell them a little bit about my story. I give them some insider info, and I also tell them some results of people that have gone through the program and were in the same exact shoes as they are now. And full transparency here, I'm not holding anything back in this video. A sales call would be a much higher conversion rate. Sales calls would convert better if it was done by me. Sales calls usually convert about 10%, where the email sequence webinar that I have now usually converts 1 to 3%. But sales calls aren't automated. And I switched over to the webinar model whenever I could tell my calendar was being filled up with sales calls, and I don't want to be spending my time doing sales calls or managing another team that's doing them for me. Automate what burns you out in your business. This is why I love automation, because I can increase my productivity while also not getting burnt out. So the next category is onboarding. How do I automate the get ready to work with me stage? When someone checks out on my website, they are automatically sent an email with a very short list of to-dos. Then they also get an email with instructions on how to log into their coaching dashboard, and they can go ahead and view the welcome video. They do the cash flow form, they schedule their one-to-one session, and they can actually view the first couple lessons within the coaching program before we even meet for the first time. Before our session on my end, I will view their finished cash flow form. I'll make notes, I'll write down some questions, and I'll also have a couple of options ready for when we get to meet together. Automating my entire onboarding process with Kajabi. Game changing. There's no more back and forth emails. Hey, when can you meet this week? Here's my availability. There's no more copy pasting instructions. That type of admin burns people out. Always automate what burns you out. So now at this point, I've met with the client for the first time. I usually do a minimum of 3 one-to-one sessions. But here's what I really love about my program. Each week they get an automated email checking in with them, but also letting them know that they have a new lesson in the coaching dashboard. And that's what I love. In between our sessions, they're getting these automated lessons dripped out that they can continue to work on and accomplish in between our sessions. Business owners, are you dealing with these issues in your business? Frustrating bookkeeping software, unreliable financial reports, inconsistent cash flow, unnecessary interest, fees, and taxes. If that sounds like you, then it's time to outsource your bookkeeping. You can see all of the bookkeeping testimonials on my website, but here's what Mike says. I hesitated to hire someone to support me, partially because I did not believe my business was substantial enough, and partially because I hadn't fully appreciated the value a great bookkeeper provides. Then I made the best business development decision ever. Jessie is spectacular in every sense of the word. Working with Jessie is effortless. I highly recommend her and her services to any business, big or small. Hire Jessie. You won't regret it. If your business is struggling financially and you're overwhelmed and embarrassed by the unorganization of it all, I know how you feel, and I know how to get you to where you want to be as a business owner. Winging your business finances will only take you so far. When you're ready for that next step, click the link below to schedule your discovery call with me. I have lessons on how to maximize your time spent on Marketplace and make extra money there. I have a lesson all about how to buy a house and things to look for, how to negotiate a raise at work, what is your credit score, how to make sure your credit report is correct, high yield savings accounts, taxes, insurance, investing, everything that you didn't learn in school. I want my clients to walk away knowing all of this information. Just the recorded lessons alone, they are easily able to make back their investment in my coaching. But I also don't want to explain what a credit score is hundreds of times. I want to explain what it is really, really well, near perfectly one time, and then have all of my clients watch that. This way we can spend our one-to-one time together really fleshing out their situation and focusing on them in between the coaching sessions. That's when they can learn all of these other things. Like I said, Kajabi has been amazing at making my vision for coaching a reality. If this sounds like you, if you want to automate all of this stuff in your business and you don't know how, watch my video here about Kajabi. It's a full review about all the features of Kajabi, and don't get burnt out. Use something to automate all this in your business. Don't get burnt out doing the admin stuff. The final automation that's a part of the customer experience is offboarding. So about 90% of the way through the program, I have my clients take the post-program survey. So this is a survey where they can tell me what was the most helpful thing about the program, what did they learn, where did they grow, and they can also give me some feedback on what they would change for future clients. I automate everything in my business except making YouTube videos, coaching, bookkeeping, and customer service. And honestly, this is how I'm still able to run my business while being a full-time mom. What questions do you guys have about automation? Why aren't you automating more within your business? Make sure you drop a comment below. Thank you for liking this video. I'll see you in the next one.